Welcome to the Maximize Business Value podcast. This podcast is brought to you by Mastery Partners, where our mission is to equip business owners to maximize business value so they can transition their business on their terms. Our mission was born from the lessons we've learned from over 100 business transactions, which fuels our desire to share our experiences and wisdom so you can succeed. Now here's your host, CEO Mastery Partners, Tom Bronson.
Hi again, it's me, Tom Bronson, and this is the Maximize Business Value podcast, where we give practical advice to business owners on how to build long-term sustainable value in your business. So if that's you, you found the right place, because every business on the planet will eventually transition. Wouldn't it be better to think about yours far in advance and design your ideal exit as opposed to it happening to you by default? This episode is part of a series on our book, Maximize Business Value Playbook, 65 specific actions to dramatically increase the value of your business. Today, we're on chapter 23, which is entitled Hire or Rent a General Counsel. Attorneys, like doctors, have specialties. There are real estate attorneys, estate planning attorneys, tax attorneys, divorce attorneys, family attorneys, corporate attorneys, and litigators. There are animal rights lawyers, employment and labor law attorneys, intellectual property attorneys, and entertainment attorneys. I could go on and on. The point is, not all attorneys are cut from the same cloth. Lawyers have specialties. Now, at a minimum, business owners need an attorney specializing in business law as their general counsel or GC. A reasonable business attorney will bring in the right specialties when they encounter issues outside of their wheelhouse. My strong recommendation is to hire or rent a great general counsel. What do I mean by that? If the business is large enough, have an attorney on staff on a fractional basis to review all legal matters and agreements. However, most businesses can't afford a full-time attorney on staff, so a good alternative is to rent a set number of hours each month. Now, in several of my businesses, I've had a great general counsel or GC on a 10-hour-a-month retainer. Now, because it was steady income for them, we always negotiated a favorable rate, typically one below their standard hourly rate. Now, the arrangements I make are always the same. 10 hours, use it or lose it. If we went over, they could still bill me the additional hours at the discounted rate, but the hours never carried over or if we went under. So I made this arrangement because I never wanted us to sign an agreement without having first have it reviewed by our attorney. And if I didn't have one on retainer, I might hesitate to spend the money for an agreement that seems fair. But because I had one on retainer, I never hesitated to cover all my legal bases. Although I never stopped to quantify it, I am confident that this approach saved me thousands of dollars in the long run. The legal advice I got was way better than what I could have found on some legal website. So here are some great questions to ask when hiring a fractional general counsel. Where do you bring the business, or where do you bring the business the greatest value? Can you describe a situation where there might have been a great risk to the business with which you were working? Has there ever been a time when you had to say no to the business, and what was the outcome? Think about a time when the business partner adamantly refused to take your legal advice. What was the situation and how was it resolved? And finally, what is your primary objective in writing or reviewing agreements with your clients? All of these are very telling questions. Just having a great, reliable attorney who business owners can trust, it will always make the business more valuable. My 3 recommended actions this week. Number 1, find a way to hire or retain a competent business attorney, even if only for a few hours each month. Number 2, never sign a legal agreement without consulting with an attorney. Words that mean nothing to you may have significant legal consequences. And number 3, if you don't already have a fractional attorney, call us for a referral. Next week, we're going to talk about the need to settle any outstanding lawsuits. Yuck, but don't miss it. This is the Maximize Business Value podcast, where we give practical advice to business owners on how to build a long-term sustainable value in your business. If this is the first time you found us, congratulations. There's more than 180 episodes just crammed with valuable information, just waiting for you to go out and download today. Why don't you go do that wherever you found this one? So until next time, I'm Tom Bronson, reminding you to pick one thing, just one thing, to dramatically improve the value of your business, and go do it today while you maximize business value.
Thank you for tuning into the Maximize Business Value podcast with Tom Bronson. This podcast is brought to you by Mastery Partners, where our mission is to equip business owners to maximize business value so they can transition on their terms. Learn more on how to build long-term sustainable business value and get free value-building tools by visiting our website, www.masterypartners.com. That's master with a Y, masterypartners.com. Check it out.
That was perfect. I wouldn't make any changes on that.